Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Table Enabled, Shulchan Aruch Yomi, part of the Greater Yeshiva YouTube. Today we're learning Orach Chaim Siman Pei Ches, number 88. 88 is a nice number, two eights. Grade 8. What is the grade 8? All right. Balkari Mutter B'Kriyashma, one sif. Balkari. What is a Balkari? Someone who let out semen, a man. Is it talking about somebody who had relations with a woman? Let out semen in the woman? Or is it talking about someone who let out semen outside of the woman, without a woman, masturbation? It's definitely not necessarily just talking about Tashmish Amita, about being together with your wife, because it could have said a Boel, someone who Boel says Balkari, you let out semen. It's clear from the Gemara whether you let it, talks about Ba'ones, Baratzon, whether you did it on purpose or not. Everyone knows that maybe the biggest Aveira the Shulchan Aruch says in Amen Ezer is masturbation. We're going to deal with that today. How it relates to this halacha, this one halacha over here. Discuss it a little bit in the main shir, and in the Ian shir we'll discuss it fully. Whether masturbation should be allowed according to the Torah. Is it allowed according to the Torah? Is it not? Everyone says for sure it's the worst Aveira in the world. Not so sure. Aleph Kol Tmeim Korim B'Torah V'Korim Kriya Shema Mispalin. Anyone is tamei, right? When they were noeg tuma sameis, nowadays we're all tamei. You're allowed to say Kriya Shema and daven. Chutz and Balkari. Shotzio Ezra Mikol Tmeim Asher Ben B'Divrei Torah Ben Kriya Shema Tefillah Sheyitbal. Now, if you look in the Gemara does not say anything about Kriya Shema and Tefillah. The Gemara says clearly some Divrei Torah. The Gemara in Brachos Hanaf Chav Beis Amid Aleph. The Gemara says Vodatim Lanecha V'Nim Lanecha, and then it says Yom Asher Ma'at Alecha B'Chorev. Right? Ma Hodatim is to teach Torah to your children. It should be like Har Sinai, where the aim of year rest is there, where you're fearful. And you're fearful. Someone who's a Balkari is not so fearful. He's having a good time. So he shouldn't be, even after he let out the Zera, he let out the semen, he's not allowed to say Divrei Torah. This, apparently the Gemara sounds like a Drasha Del Reisa, but the way the Shulchan Aruch understanding Ezra, it was Tvar Takanas Ezra, Mikol Tmeim, said you can't do anything. The Gemara does offer this suggestion, not directly over there. The Gemara says there's a theory that maybe they weren't mavatal it because Chazal didn't want people to always be with their wife. Now, again, this sounds like Tashmish Amita, about being together with them. Maybe it's included, maybe it's not. Even after they made it, though, the Gemara says in Brachas Chapis that they're mavatal it according to how we paskin. Technically, there's no problem, even though, like Rabbi Eli says, "Ein divrei Torah makabel tuma, divrei Torah not makabel tuma." Shav balkari mutter b'divrei Torah kriya shema v'tefila v'lo tefila v'lo rachita tisha kabin. He doesn't have to go to the mikvah. He doesn't have to even take a shower. Tisha kabin. The chein pasha minhag. That's the minhag accepted minhag. Mishnah Berurah does bring. We call makom yesh anshe ma'isa. Great people. Shenogin v'takanazu v'tolan is asked on the kiryan. When they see Carrie, either together with their wives or it was right, they had a wet dream at night, it wasn't their fault, or it was their fault, they masturbated. So they go to the mikvah. It's hard to go to the mikvah, take a shower. Okay, so and nowadays it's prevalent on a lot of communities, a lot of yeshiva Haredi communities, to go to the men's mikvah very often on Erev Shabbos, Erev Yom Tov. Shulchan Aruch talks about Erev Yom Kippur and maybe Erev Rosh Hashanah, but the minhag is, I think Mishnah Berurah mentions, to go Erev Shabbos. And some people go every day, even though they're not Balkaris every day. Maybe they are, maybe they're masturbating every day, I don't know. But the people that are going are probably not masturbating. So they're going to the mikvah, and it's kedusha. When I was younger, I used to go to the mikvah. I wasn't masturbating. I used to go every day. I try to go every day to the mikvah before davening when I was younger. Definitely Fridays and definitely Erev Yom Tov I would go. It's a little expensive. It can get expensive sometimes, but and they don't always provide. And sometimes they actually provide. They provide like Crocs over there. These like cheap Crocs, and they're using Crocs of other men. Of course, we're not talking about how dirty the water is, because not everyone takes. Even though all the signs say you must take a shower, before and after going to the mikvah. A lot of people do not do that, and it can get pretty dirty. I will say this about my experience about going to the mikvah is that it actually was pretty nice. Sometimes in the winter, they have like these really hot mikvahs. They have like, the warm one, and they have a hot one. As I'm remembering from the Aguda in Far Rockaway, they had a warm one, which you could always go in, and a hot one, a really nice one. It felt like a jacuzzi in there. It was really nice. Some people actually take their kids there, and they go on Fridays. They spend like a half an hour in there. It's like a jacuzzi. You don't have a jacuzzi in your house. You go to the men's mikvah. Sometimes you go there because they have good showers also. Anyway, you don't have to do it. The Ramah says, "Yesha kazu she'en leisha nida v'meir riyasa likanatz beis hakneses lispala lahasker Hashem u'liga b'sefer." If she's a nida, right, she can't go into shul. She can't daven. She can't even say Hashem's name, or she can't even touch a sefer. This is Agos Maimon. Yesh Omer Shemut Heres Bakol v'Chinikar. Rashi says she's mother and everything. And the mina Aval mina Medina Zelo Kisvar Rishona. The Ramah says, the Ramah was from Krakow, Poland. He says, I guess in Poland apparently they're a machmir. That if she's a nida, she can't daven, she can't go into shul, she can't even touch a sefer. May Libun Nago Heter. May Libun is talking about, it's not something we do nowadays, but it really should be done actually. Because Mido Raisa, a woman, after she sees Dam Nida, she just has to count 7 days. Even if she sees blood during those 7 days, as long as by the 7th day she has stopped, she can go to the mikvah and she's Torah Mido Raisa. There's a chumrah that Klal Yisrael took upon themselves, and Israel took upon themselves to be noheg like a zava, which needs shiva nakim. Nida does not need shiva nakim. She does not need 7 clean days. We're machmir for Anida. Now, technically, she should be going to the mikveh after 7 days when she first saw blood, because she's probably not going to see after 7 days. And then she's tore to her husband, and only it's a chumrah. If somehow they were together after that, once she went to the mikveh, it's a chumrah. The fact that we delay nowadays and not go to the mikveh until you have to start counting zayin nikim before you even go to the mikveh. It's a huge chumrah, because nowadays a woman's ouster at least 12 days, at least 5 days for the dam nida, and at least 7 days for the zayin nikiyim. That's 12 days at least maybe more every month that a woman who's a regularly menstruating woman is usher to her husband, which is way more than it should be. It should only be 7 days, and there should be something called meilibon, which is a chumrah midrabanan, that she wears white underwear and things like that. Shiva nikiyim, but she shouldn't see any blood during the 7 days. People do badikas and this chumras alpi chumras. We won't talk about this until we get to Yeridei Hilkos Nida, and I'm going to have a good time talking about it. But May Libun, the Ramah, apparently maybe they were no Hag May Libun at that time. If you look at Makom Shenagul HaHachmir, and May Libun, so she already went to the mikvah. It's only der chumra der rabbanan, so the minhag was to be makel and allow her to touch svarim and to say Hashem's name. I feel Makom Shenagul HaHachmir, even a place where they're machmir, b'yom noraim k'aygam, this Rambam is asking leil beis hakneses, v'taran leil beis hakneses k'shar nashem kiul hem itzavan gadol she'akom misasim hem yamdu b'chutz. Everyone's most fun day, Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, they're allowed to go to shul, even though in Poland they were a machmir. The Ramah says you have to be machmir. It's embarrassing for them. It's very sad for them not to be able to go to shul on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. So we allowed them to do that. Obviously, the Ramah knew it was a chumrah. It's a chumrah. This whole thing is a chumrah. A nida, there doesn't say anything in the Gemara that a nida is asr b'divrei Torah. It doesn't say that. This is a huge chumrah. The Ramah says, the Mishnah Berurah does say, the Chafetz Chaim, who lived in Radin, which was part of Lithuania, or Belarus, I think, actually. In Belarus, present day Belarus, so he was knowing heter, and they can do all these things. But he says, still, they shouldn't go into Beis HaKvaros, actually, they shouldn't go into the cemetery until and they shouldn't look at the Sefer Torah when they do Hagla. That's what he says, the Machmir. But technically, all of this is a chumrah al pi chumrah. The Nidash allowed, and Shabbat Keri, you're allowed to learn Divrei Torah. That's like Kriya Shema. Even according to Ezra, the whole takana was only for Divrei Torah. It wasn't for Kriya Shema and Tefillah, like the Shulchan Aruch says. So that's also a chumrah. So at the end of the day, you don't have to. Stay tuned for Ian Talina, where I'm going to discuss the idea of a Baal Keri and the idea of this connection to Tefillah, going to a mikvah, taking a shower. Why is it specify a Baal Keri and not someone who's Boel, a woman? Stick around, you're going to hear some interesting things, I guarantee it.